Video shows popular conservative internet personality being accused of disobeying lawful order at St. Augustine protest. A conservative internet personality and gun rights activist is now facing federal citation following a confrontation with law enforcement during a protest in downtown St. Augustine. Kaitlin Bennett, known for her Liberty Hangout YouTube channel with more than 1 million subscribers, posted a video showing her receiving a federal ticket for disobeying a lawful order during a protest outside the Castillo de San Marcos. The demonstration, organized by the group 5051, was a protest against fascism. Bennett was not part of the organized event, but attended to film and question protesters, something she is known for doing at political demonstrations. Video from the scene shows Bennett interviewing participants when a National Park Service officer approached and told her and her camera operator they needed to move to a designated First Amendment area because the protest group had permitted space along South Castillo Drive. The officer repeatedly instructed Bennett to relocate. She responded that she was on public property and claimed she was acting as media. The officer then informed her she was being detained for a citation. He explained that she was receiving a federal ticket for failing to obey a lawful order on federal land, an offense that carries a possible fine of up to $500. The exchange became tense as Bennett argued her rights were being violated, later telling her camera that she plans to fight the charge. The National Park Service has not yet issued a public statement on the incident. Meanwhile, Bennett's video of the confrontation has received more than 250,000 views in less than a day. Legal experts say the case raises ongoing questions about modern journalism and protest access. Constitutional attorney Eric Friday noted that in the digital age, anyone with a camera can claim to be media, and that government agencies must apply content-neutral rules when managing protest spaces. This is not Bennett's first encounter with law enforcement at demonstrations. She gained national attention in 2018 after posing for graduation photos with a rifle at Kent State University. The case now appears headed toward federal court review. So, we might have slightly different thoughts because I'm like, she's media. She wasn't being confrontational. She was just asking questions.
No, she was. She was being confrontational because the people at the protest asked the people at the National Park Service, she's not a part of our group. Please have her removed.
I meant before the whole move. Which initially she was just asking questions of the protesters.
Oh, and that's the protesters asked the person who pulled the permit.
At that point, her tone changed.
Yeah, when she was approached, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted." She didn't do this to help the cause. She did this to help herself. Mm. And I'm sorry. I've been on the other side of where the person at the National Park Service is. This was a very common thing at the amphitheater where people were just hawking people as they came in. Mm-hmm. We created a First Amendment space and allowed people to be there. Yep. She was asked to go to that First Amendment space, and she said, "Oh, it's public." You know what? It is public park, but so is the inside of the fort. You can't go hang out in there anytime you want. Mm-hmm. And these people pulled a permit. Now, believe me, I agree with most of her stances. I'm a gun rights guy, and I'm definitely a supporter of ICE and illegals leaving the country. Mm-hmm. But I'm a bigger supporter of those people's rights to protest, and they went through the proper process, and she tried to make a big deal out of it to make herself famous. Mm. That's where I have a problem. I don't have a problem with her voicing her thoughts on it, and I agree with her thoughts. I don't agree with her methods.
Okay, so if
Blake stayed on the proper side, did exactly what was supposed to happen. Yeah. When he did his video.
He was on the sidewalk.
He was on the sidewalk.
Other side of the barrier.
He was not in their protest area. Mm-hmm. She encroached into their protest area. The person who organized, there was only 30 people there. Yeah. She encroached their area that the person had filled out the proper forms that the National Park Service requests people to do. Mm-hmm. And she was asked she wasn't even asked to leave. She was asked to go to the proper area. Mm-hmm. And she chose to make a big deal of it. So I see her as a spoiled brat.
Okay. if she had stayed on the sidewalk and she had tried to ask people questions from the sidewalk,
She would have been completely fine.
you would have had no problem.
I would have had no problem
and
with
you would
it.
have had a problem with the officer telling her to go to a different area.
He wouldn't have been able to.
Okay.
At that
If the
point,
same exchange had happened and she had been on the sidewalk,
the same exchange happens, and she'd have been on the sidewalk, it would have
she's
been
completely in the right.
She was completely in the right.
She was on the wrong side of the barrier for you.
She went into the permitted area that she was not participant of that protest, that they chose to go through the proper channels. If she'd have stayed on the sidewalk and asked the exact same questions, I don't think the officer, the park, would have asked her to leave. I just don't think he would have. And that's the reason the barricades were put up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't because they were holding back the crowd. It was to separate the area.
Okay. So why do you think he didn't say, hey, you can continue to interview the protesters on the other side of the barrier?
Well, he offered to send her over there. She was looking for a fight.
She was.
She was looking for a fight. I mean, if you want to defend, defend what she's saying and what she stands for, that's different. But she was looking for a fight just to get exactly what she's got. And now we've put it on our network.
Well, I think it's backfired because it was 30 people. It was a bit of a pathetic turnout, and it didn't make the cause look like it was super grassroots.
That's the wrong city. And we're a city that supports our law enforcement.
Yeah, and so what she ended up doing is making the protest look like it was a bigger deal than it was. So if she was trying to undermine the legitimacy of the protest, then she kind of did the opposite. So I don't think this helped her cause, if she has one, other than just getting famous, which is what
she got the clicks that she needed to get paid from YouTube.
And
that was her goal.
Yeah.
So she got the clicks she needed. Like I said, I don't agree with what the people were protesting, but I'll fight to the end for their right to protest.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I mean, they have a right to be there.
No.
So, alrighty.
So that's my thoughts, because Blake did the right thing. Thank you, Blake, for doing the right thing and not just going after the clicks.
Yeah, absolutely.